What's up, fam? It's your boy, Pastor Lee B. I am one of the members of the legendary, the Alabama Boys. And we got some special coming. We will be live at the Acadome. That is November the 23rd. It's going to be major. You need to be there. It's us and Leandria Johnson. We're going to be at the Acadome November the 23rd. Doors open at 2 p.m. And they are going to release the ticket information soon. And I don't want you to miss. Please, Lottie, Dottie, everybody. We'll see you November 23rd at the Acadome. Doors open at 2. I believe the concert starts at 3. Peace.
Let the chat say amen. Let the chat say amen again. It's your man Terrence B here. Look, I wanted to come here and just give y'all some time with just me, because like most of the times you see like the off the cuff, I got to share the screen with what his name Lee. But right now I just want to give you 100% of me. So just put some hearts on the screen, you know. Okay, thank you, mama. Thank you, Rania. Thank you for the hearts. But no, real deal, I wanted to talk with you because we have some upcoming grooves I wanted to tell you about. On Halloween in Prattville, Alabama, we will be performing at the Lyric at Esther's. That's a new venue for live music right there in Prattville. So if you're looking for something to do after y'all take your grandbabies trick-or-treating, take them home, pull up to the Lyric at Esther's in Prattville, Alabama. We'll have the Sold Out Groove Quartet. Also, November 21st, if you have not gotten your tickets, Davis Entertainment is bringing the MGM Gala at Allo. November 21st, leading up to Thanksgiving week. We got Turkey Day going on. So Sold Out Groove, Letitia Calhoun, we have DJ Ali, Young Vocals, all in one night. Get your tickets now on Eventbrite. Type in MGM Gala. Also, last but not least, on Black Friday, Sold Out Groove will be performing at the Quintessential Cigar Lounge in Auburn, Alabama. If you've not been there, it's a major groove. Cigars, drinks, food, fun, beautiful people. It's a grown folk good time. So please, we look to see you soon.
Hey, what's up, fam? How you doing? It's your boy, Pastor Lee B, and we are here, as you can see. We're ready for one of the national holidays for teachers, which is Friday, right?
Right.
And one of the biggest games of football going on in the state of Alabama.
Is it the Iron Bowl?
No, not quite.
Rose Bowl?
No, sir.
Tell me about it.
I don't know what bowl it is, but I know it's Magic City.
Oh, that's something major.
It's about to go down. Hey, it's the moment where the hill meets the
swarm. The yard.
Did you say swamp?
Swarm.
Swarm.
That's right.
Oh.
ASU will be swarming
Y'all
too.
did just learn that word like 2 years ago, didn't it? Swarm. Swarm
Look,
as one.
The Magic City of Birmingham, Alabama will be infested.
Yeah. With wasps,
hornets,
and bulldogs. Now, what's your projection?
Bama State by 21, a minimum of 21.
By 21?
Yes, sir.
A rivalry game like Magic City.
Rivalry, it don't matter. So first of all, we've been owning y'all for the past 4 years. Am I right?
Matter.
ASU, my Hornets out there.
Doesn't matter.
Has it been 4 years? Y'all hadn't won since COVID.
Oh, y'all still talking about y'all bubble year, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's the bubble year. Okay.
No, that's fine though. It doesn't matter. You know, by the time y'all finally got closer,
right?
Started catching up.
Who has the overall record though?
Alabama A&M University.
Okay.
I believe it's 44.
Okay.
42 and 3 ties.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all got 2 more to get to the level where we at, so we can finally call it even, and then that's gonna be a Super Bowl of sorts.
Yeah. Well.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Yeah. The Magic City Classic. It's gonna go down. I ain't gonna give State 21 up. I probably
We're gonna beat y'all by 21 because
I give y'all 10.
okay,
I give
I'll
y'all
take
10.
10.
Hey, State got an amazing quarterback. We know in the SWAC, whoever got the best quarterback, they gonna win. That's just what
Right.
it is, right? But A&M is still the best school.
So can you? I think it's only right since you're an A&M alum, I'm an ASU alum, that we make some type of wager that's relevant to the next podcast.
Absolutely. Let's go.
So I say, look, if
No, we're not gonna win.
no, I know you're not.
Okay, all right. All right.
So,
I just want to make sure I'm clear on that.
next show, the losing team has to eat like some ghost pepper wings or something.
No, we're going to lose anyway. I'm telling you we're going to lose.
Okay, you already know.
You're not going to do that. Now, you can do the 14-21. I'll do that now.
You want points.
Yeah, let's do points. Let's do points. Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all 10.
So why would I have to eat peppers, wings, and my team won?
Hey, because your projection was wrong.
Never mind.
Okay, all right. I mean, I know we're going to lose. I know our choir is going to kill y'all, though.
You crazy. That's going down right now.
Battle of the Choir is going on right now.
So, real talk, when you were coming up, did y'all murk us?
Absolutely. Now, let me tell you what State's choir was always impeccable. They were amazing at dynamics.
Right.
Dr. Jones taught y'all great dynamics. So your ability to go from forte to piano was like beastly, right? But everything else, it was pretty trash.
Shout out to Joel Jones.
Absolute. Shout out to Doc. He ain't have enough money to get me. That's why I ain't stay at ASU. Up on the hill, they had a little more money for the singers. Full ride. Hallelujah.
There they go. Are you going to the Classic?
I'm not.
Why not?
I got a busy weekend. The church is celebrating 136 years of ministry on Sunday, and we burning mortgage, right? So I get to burn up some paper because I ain't got no more bills right now.
You can't burn paper in Birmingham?
Nah. I got to be at the church house.
That's
Amen.
right.
Praise God.
Handle
I'm going to
your
let you stay up there because you ain't coming back till when? Monday?
Sunday morning.
Oh!
Pulling straight up to Beulah at 9. But
I forgot you play a Beulah.
yes, sir. But look, I'm excited, and this is a special show.
Very special.
We couldn't tell you ahead of time, but our mayor has pulled up to have a chat with us on Off the Cuff, live on your lunch break. So do me a favor. As he comes up, I want y'all to start to share this
Share,
live,
like,
because we about to
love.
talk. You know, WSFA don't always put it the way it need to be put, you know.
They-
So y'all welcome to Off the Cuff Podcast, Mayor Stephen L. Reed.
The mayor.
How y'all doing?
See you.
What's up, doctor?
All right, man. All right, man. Good to see y'all.
Yes, sir.
I told my big bro Terrence, we got Sigma here, we got Alpha here, and we ain't leave nothing for you.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Next time I'm gonna come ready for this.
Yeah, you
That's
might
right.
need to throw something on the table.
That's
You ain't got no
right.
gold boots on, do you?
No, not this time.
Love it.
Over the weekend, homecoming was last weekend, but we grown folks. We don't put everything out there like that.
Absolutely.
I've always said I wanted to go to a Morehouse, Spelman, all of that homecoming. What's it like down there?
Hey man, listen. New school has changed the whole game. They
Okay.
changed the dynamic. They even changed it. They changed the name. It's Spellhouse now.
Oh,
wow.
It
Okay.
was not that way back when.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got tens of thousands of people out there. You don't know what actor, actress you're gonna see from Atlanta, and all these shows that are out there. They have glammed it up. It is totally different than what it used to be. So and it's always good when you have a victory. So look, we won 3 in a row.
Yes,
That
sir.
win streak started
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, how did that happen? Hold on. Did y'all win y'all first game against Tuskegee?
Yes, sir.
That first game.
That's cold-blooded.
Hey,
That's
that game
all
was
we
good
do.
too, bro.
Y'all know y'all got that boy fired,
That's
right?
the best game I've seen. He got fired.
Not yet. The letter is waiting on him.
Hey, him and you freeze.
Yeah. All them boys gone.
No, that game was amazing though. That game was amazing. They came back from 0-17, bro. Oh my God, Morehouse. I was over there clowning, walking up the bleachers, talking about roll tide.
Roll Tide. See, I don't like people do that, dog. Don't come to the HBCU games talking about Roll Tide,
Look,
bro. Chill.
I didn't know what you supposed to say for Morehouse. I just kept
Right.
saying roll tide. Like I ain't just say the house. Okay, there we go.
Or
I'm in
something
there
like
now.
that.
I'm in there. Sound like you were doing chicken head.
Right.
Come back.
Bring it back a little bit.
Right.
Little Project Pat.
Now I did see And I don't know if you got the opportunity to go to Huntsville, any at all, did you?
When?
To A&M's homecoming.
I did not know.
So I
When
saw
was
that
that?
it was ranked the #1 homecoming.
Ranked by who?
Huh?
Thank you.
Huh? Huh?
What kind of rankings y'all? Y'all put out y'all own rankings?
Right.
Wait a minute.
The A&M Student Government Association. That's who
That
ranked.
was too quick for me. Nah, man, they ranked us #1.
The Hill at Night. ranked by number one.
ASU
The
didn't
Hill
even
at
make the
Night.
list. ASU didn't make the list. I think I saw Morehouse somewhere been maybe like #6.
Oh, no.
Something.
But I'll say this: A&M does have a fire homecoming.
Oh, yes, sir.
I haven't been in a couple years, but it's just
Come get-
how everything is located. You know, in
Hunts
the
Vegas.
hills. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, get blessed. Hunts
But-
Vegas, baby.
Is it better than Tuskegee's homecoming?
What is that?
It's
Oh,
a trail ride with a football game.
Oh, y'all wrong, man. Y'all cutting up.
Whoa.
Chill out. No, but Tuskegee does have a nice homecoming.
Absolutely. They got lights too.
True.
They clowning now,
You low
dog.
down now.
Hey, you better be careful.
Why you say like they got lights too? Like they not.
They proud of them lights, bro. They be announcing it like, guess what?
We got lights.
We got lights.
Game at night. Game at night.
Let me stop. I still make a couple dollars at
It's like the
Tuskegee.
folks who don't expect their power bill to be on. Because they know they haven't paid.
Right.
They calling CC Calhoun and Rondé and everybody on the council and calling me and talking about me on social media because I ain't giving them money to pay the light bill.
Lord.
Cold blooded.
We do what we can do for those who need it now. We don't do it for those who don't need it now.
Absolutely.
You can't come in here swagged out to me you ain't pay your light bill.
Right.
Right.
With J's on.
With some J's on.
You
Right.
too smooth.
No, you just smooth.
Yeah, walk
Did you
in
see
backwards.
those shoes when you walked in?
Oh, I did
Because
not.
Terrence got like 99 shoestrings. You see
I
that?
see that.
Oh man, these are new Kyrie Irvings. The young man, you know,
Put 'em-
when things didn't work
Take
out
one,
with.
put it up here so they can
That's
see.
how you rock it.
Yeah,
So
well,
is that what my son gonna be asking me for? They begin basketball season.
you know the interesting thing is, yeah, what you got it? Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
I hope my
99
feet don't stink.
shoestrings.
So I bought these shoes so that like when I'm around kids, they'll see them and be like, "Oh, those are Kyrie's." The first time I wore them around kids, the kids said, "What are those?" And then their grandmamas was sitting over there saying, "I like them shoes, Mr. Ball." I said, "Golly, this I can't win for losing."
See, you got to have an advisory council.
Right.
You got to have an advisory
Right.
council to put you on game.
Right.
You know, listen, we got to know we crossed the Rubicon.
Right.
Like, y'all got where I am, so I already know I crossed the Rubicon. Y'all can still,
man.
hold on a little bit. But
Yeah.
you got to know, okay, I might not quite understand what's hot right now, what's fire right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So I might have to ask a little cousin, a nephew, or somebody. Hey, tell me what you think about that. I pick up information they don't even know I'm picking them for. Hey, tell me what you think about that. Oh, no, I ain't good. Okay, off the list.
Thank you.
Keep on going. Close that. Take that out the cart at Amazon. That's out.
So my wife asked me last night, was I going through a midlife crisis? Because I'm currently in the process of getting rid of all of my tight jeans and getting the baggy jeans.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And so, but all of my peers, when you start to wear the baggy stuff, they like, dude, why are you trying to dress so young? Or why are you I already see where the trend
Exactly.
is going. Like, there ain't about to be no skinny jeans in the next 2 years.
They cutting it out.
Right.
So let's go.
Right.
But in this 2-year transition, everybody looking at me like, dude, why are you so when are you transitioning to the baggy jeans?
I already transitioned.
Really?
You talking about me, Lil Wayne, skinny pants? You ain't gonna talk about
That's
me.
what's up.
That song was out about 10 years ago.
Right.
So you can't be. I already transitioned.
That's what's up. You gotta move. What about you, Lee?
I wear what feels good.
Right.
That's all. I don't worry about trends. Now I would love to see some Jabos back in my closet.
Oh,
though.
that's what's up.
No,
Don't
Jabos
do
not
that.
coming back.
No.
No. Okay. All right.
No,
Well, I leave them alone. I'll just preach to them one time, and then I leave them alone after that.
Well, look. Then when you preaching them one time, you let new school understand. Hey, this is what we were wearing.
Right.
Right.
This is what the brand.
Right. I can be old school. See, I keep telling folk I'm old anyway. I'm almost 40. I'm old.
Hey man, I like that man.
I'm old.
Almost.
He almost 40.
Almost 40. That's cute,
I'm
bro.
almost
Go
over the
on.
hill. You know what I mean?
Look, so back on HBCU, like what happened here in Montgomery was monumental a few weeks ago. Tell me, what does that mean to you to create that type of environment in your city?
It's fantastic. I want to thank everybody that was a part of that. I thank y'all for helping us push it.
Absolutely.
I think when you're doing things like that, you're trying to change the culture and the vibe of the city. And one of the things that former Atlanta Mayor Andrew Young told me was, when he came in Atlanta, he said, we wanted to be something that we weren't. So we had to really create things where you had boxing matches. At that time, even Muhammad Ali fighting in Atlanta was a big thing because all the fights were happening in Atlantic City and Vegas. Then they went after, you know, the arts and concerts and doing different things. And he's like, those people feel better about their community and their city. He said, people don't really understand when you're trying to change the culture of a place, one, how hard it is, how long y'all lead, especially you leading ministry. It's hard to do that. So when you think about a city, you're trying to change a mindset, you have to think about really letting people know that we can do this here. Because so often people see it over there and they just assume it can't be done. So, you know, HBCU weekend and having Morehouse and Ski Classic along with ASU's homecoming was transformative for us because it wasn't even just a local thing, it was a regional event. And we intentionally wanted to go after people that live throughout Central Alabama, throughout the Black Belt, and say, come here, come to Montgomery, hang out, have a great time, catch Battle of the Bands with the high schools, you know, catch this great HBCU Classic. Get over here to Bama State, over here on the yard to enjoy yourself. If you can get a ticket, get a ticket. And what we saw was a great turnout at ASU and a great turnout. We were both top 5 in attendance for HBCU games on that weekend right here. Shout out to everybody who helped that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it was a magical weekend, and you know, me being born and raised here meant a lot to see us be the center of Black college football, as far as I'm concerned. But to transition to the events that happened later on that night, what did that do to you as the leader to bring your alma mater, have all those people here? Was it embarrassing? What was it?
You know, I was more hurt for the community than anything. Obviously, you know, for the lives that were lost. I mean, as soon as I got a call, I mean, I was down there in about less than 15 minutes, you know, and just to get down there that quick on the scene was still chaotic, was still a lot of, you know, just hurt that you could see on people's faces, even our officers as well, to have something that was going, you know, so good. People having a good time. Friday night was a great time. I was out down there Friday night. No issues. People have been out Saturday night, no issues. And then that happens, it really shows you how quick, you know, things can change.
Absolutely.
In a situation as a leader, you have to be ready to respond to that crisis. And you have to be ready to address it. So it was emotional, it was anger about, you know, people losing their life. They had people being hurt, still dealing with that trauma. And certainly, I think, for the city itself, you never want to be cast in that circumstance of a mass shooting. But unfortunately, it's something now that, you know, happens way too often in our society. We saw the next weekend, it happened at a high school game in Mississippi, and we saw it happen at a bar in South Carolina that very next weekend with more people killed and more people injured. So the proliferation of handguns is a problem, the proliferation of a culture that says, you know, we can't disagree without shooting at each other, without shooting in the crowd is a problem. And I think for us, we've got to address that here in our city, because the people who did that weren't from any other college, university. They weren't from out of town. They're born and raised right here like us. So we got to get to the core issue there and make sure that we're talking to young men and young women about how you deal with conflict, how you deal with disagreements, and most importantly, how you value life. I still don't understand why so many people don't value their lives or that of someone else. So we got work to do here.
Speaking of that, you made a comment to that, and on the last episode, you know, I defended you because I saw a chick, she was livid at you saying like, hey, if you don't value your life, hey man, jump off a bridge.
Yeah, I meant that.
Yeah.
I stand on that now.
Yeah, 10 toes.
Yo, one 10 toes. I mean, listen, you know, I think that there's a difference
double down.
in people who have mental health issues.
Absolutely.
And I've dealt with that for a long time, one in my family, and two, professionally. But you're talking about people who don't care who's in a crowd or who's wherever. And there's that little value they place on someone else's life, another family member's life. No, I totally agree with that. If you don't have a value system, then maybe you're not fit for the streets.
Right.
Maybe you aren't fit for our community, a civilized society. And we got to separate that and quit that kind of stuff. If somebody's willing to do that in that kind of space, there's another issue there, and that's not mental health in the way of depression or schizophrenia or anything else, paranoia, anything else that people have that's diagnosed. That's something different, and you can get help. We put millions of dollars in that.
Wow.
So I think for us, we gotta quit coddling, some of the folks and really protecting some of the trouble that we see growing in our community, because ultimately it does explode, and you can't predict, nor can anyone else, where and when it's going to happen and who it's going to impact.
Wow.
Absolutely. I think we were having a conversation a few days ago about how many lack a moral compass.
Right.
And so that, kind of alleviates the opportunity for anybody to kind of pull people back to a certain level of understanding of life and, even being a good citizen, XYZ, they have no thought pattern concerning those ways or that path because there's no moral compass.
Yeah.
It's just I do what I feel. When I feel what I want to do, I'm going to do it. That's a big issue. I want to applaud your efforts as a leader of this great city because of your emotional intelligence in the moment,
Right.
as well as your ability, because you're not just in position, you're still a man. You're a person.
Yeah.
And every time we spoke about it, I would tell people how this is kind of what we deal with as pastors. That up moment, then that high moment, and then that real low valley moment, and how it can make some people crash. You mentally could lose it and you really would crash out, right?
Yeah.
But you were able to compose yourself, speak to it, and you're still saying 10 toes down. That's how I feel. And that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, that's what it's
So
going to
yeah,
be.
we applaud you, because this isn't the first incident that people have literally turned on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody else to blame
Right.
but the mayor.
Right.
How is it that you handle yourself in such a way that you don't become so emotional
Yeah.
that you'd go ahead and handle those that you could handle?
Man, I think you stay grounded in faith. You stay grounded in the scripture and understanding that what we were taught from little boys coming up in Sunday school, vacation Bible school, literally all of that, to the practical of understanding leadership and people who have been through more challenging issues. I think about all the black leaders in this city and the things that they have dealt with when they didn't have the resources that we now have, or the influence, and kind of how they had to deal with it. So I always think, all right, Steve, as bad as you think you might have it, there's people who had it much tougher, much more challenging circumstances. And I think, having a strong family network, having a strong, friend network has been key as well. We don't get up too high, we don't get too low, and we try to keep it
Even keel.
even. And I think that certainly prayer, exercise, balancing that mental and physical wellness, and making sure you try to keep in mind those things that we can really shape that are within our control, and then those things that are in God's control.
Absolutely.
And that's really what kind of keeps me where I am. And then, finally, I don't have thin skin. So, for me, whether that be from growing up here, the way I grew up here, and really being exposed to all sides of Montgomery,
Right.
And really having, maybe a chip on your shoulder because you're an athlete or want to be athlete, or just different things that we had to deal with, growing up with older siblings and family members, all that stuff, kind of helps me. And certainly continuing to try to learn how current leaders lead and how they manage, not just crisis, but how they manage, even that complacency, so that you don't, relax or feel too good about yourself that you pat yourself on the back.
Absolutely.
But it's like, I know there's something else I can do a little better, and there's something else I can improve.
I love it.
Give us an update on the guys we've caught, the suspects
Yeah.
from the shooting.
Well, listen, we've got 3. We've arrested 4, and we've got 3 in custody right now, all under the age of 20, which is another issue.
Absolutely.
And one who just was released yesterday, if I have my days right, or the day before, out on a bond that we have to address.
Right.
So that's kind of where we are. We're still collecting evidence. The investigation is still ongoing. We anticipate more arrests. We anticipate more arrests of people who were covering for some of these folks. We anticipate more arrests for people who knew some things that they haven't come forward with yet. So there's an opportunity for you to come forward. But know that we have the highest levels of the FBI, the ATF, and the U.S. Attorney's Office, U.S. Marshals, helping with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency and city and county. So we've got everybody on it. We've got more resources on this than we've had probably certainly since I've been mayor with any criminal activity that we've ever had. And we're going to use all those resources to bring everybody involved. Even if it takes weeks and months, we're going to pull everybody in, and we're grateful for the community supporting us in that endeavor.
Absolutely.
What would you say to that citizen that's like, I ain't going downtown, or, you know, I ain't gonna even lie, like even going to the Classic this weekend, I'm kind of like,
Yeah. You know, I think that we have to support our city, and we can't let tragedy define our city. We have to be resilient. We have to stay united, and we have to support those businesses.
Absolutely.
I think it's very, very important that we do that because there's some people who want to see Montgomery fail. There's some people who want to see events like this not succeed. So we have to, you know, come back and support the upcoming events that we have in the city, because for us, the value proposition is that we get, well, why are you all doing this? And get this, we've never done it like that before.
right.
There's a reason why we haven't done it like that before.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
You know, so why do you all want to do this? And who are you trying to be like? It's like, we have to meet our folks where they are. So again, they see a level of pride, and they see a level of, you know, real enthusiasm about their community.
Right.
And so we need people to really be supportive. And listen, we have changed some things with the safety there. The open container ordinance is gone, so you can't walk around with open containers. That, we think that was part of the problem. But the entertainment district is still there. And we've got to make sure we're supporting those businesses. I know this weekend is going to be tight because it's Classic weekend. I heard y'all talk a little earlier about that. But, you know, for those that are not going, we want them to support downtown and support all the upcoming events, from the Veterans Day Parade to Turkey Day and everything that's in between, the Wine Festival. All those things are important, that we show that we're not going to be pushed aside by a small group or a handful of individuals that cause some chaos and tragedy for this community.
That's real. So I heard you, T-Ball, when you said you were born and raised here.
Uh-huh.
I heard you, Mayor Reed, say born and raised here. I'm a military brat, so I was born in Hampton, Virginia on Langley Air Force Base. What hospital were y'all born in?
St. Mary.
St. Margaret's.
Oh, St. Margaret. I'm sorry.
St. Mary, who that?
Same thing.
He don't know.
My bad, bro.
And I asked that question because, you know, the whole segue, I know my wife was born in Jackson Hospital. And we know there's a lot going on with the whole Jackson Hospital conversation right now. I literally saw an article earlier, well, it wasn't even an article, it was a post that said Montgomery City Council amends resolution to fund Jackson Hospital, overrides mayor or veto.
Okay.
I don't think that's the right.
No,
is that the
it's
right
not.
word?
No, it's not.
Okay, help us a little bit.
All right, let me make it plain. That would be, you know, collaboration between the mayor and the council on the amendment passed last night. So, you know, I don't want to get all in the weeds of parliamentary procedure. You had to override the veto and then bring an amendment to the original ordinance, or the original resolution. So, yeah, the veto had to be overridden in order for you to put the amendment on it, just as a necessary procedure. You're a pastor, you know how these church business things are.
Come on, Doc.
When you're dealing with, you know, business, there's certain procedures. All of us in fraternities, we know how that goes.
Robert's Rules of Order.
You got to have that right. So,
Absolutely.
no, it was great collaboration between the city council, shout out to CC Calhoun, our city council president, and myself and a few others, working to try to change the language. And basically what the language was, that Montgomery was not going to take the full burden of bailing out a private entity because it had been mismanaged.
Absolutely.
You know, if you do that, then why aren't you incentivizing Baptist Health that has been well managed, considering? And this really goes back to the state not accepting Medicaid expansion or Obamacare, whatever you want to call it, many years ago, and we're paying for that, and we have been paying for it with rural hospitals closing, and then with smaller hospitals like Jackson not being able to stay afloat when your insurance provides the lowest reimbursement rates in the country.
Wow.
So doctors and surgeons already have it tough. And even though it's expensive to us as the payer, it's in part because our state has not done the right thing in leading, preventing us from getting to this cliff. So we've gotten to this cliff, and then now we're here, and everybody says, well, the city's got money, so you're supposed to bail us out. Well, what if we didn't have money? Right, don't come raid my...
Don't be counting my pockets.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Don't come raid my account because you messed up over there.
Right.
And expect us to come, well, you have to do it. Well, okay. Our thing is, where's the occupational tax?
Right.
All right. Where's the revenue stream for healthcare support like Dothan has, like Auburn has? Everybody wants to point to other cities when it's convenient for them.
Right.
Say, well, it's nicer over here. It's new over there. They paying for it.
Right.
And they aren't afraid to tell you that they're paying for it. And they look at it as they're investing in the future.
Right.
Montgomery has not typically wanted to do that. We kind of want to be a pay-as-you-go. That's a bad circumstance. I don't care what you're talking about.
Right.
Certainly for a city.
Absolutely.
You know, and so we're in this space because what I was not going to do was tie the city's future to a private entity which I have no control over.
Right.
I have no say in, and then say it's all on us. Well, somebody said, well, the state's going to do it. The state I hadn't heard anything from the governor. I hadn't heard anything from lieutenant governor, or speaker, or anybody else. And so we hadn't heard, seen, written, and most importantly, you can tell me whatever you want to. Put it on paper.
Put it on paper.
Put
That's
it in
right.
black and white.
I believe you now.
We hadn't seen we hadn't seen that. So until we see that, it's like no. And where are the surrounding counties? The very people who want to throw rocks at Montgomery, even though they feed off Montgomery, they live off Montgomery. Where's their buy-in to this?
Right.
So everybody's going to have to ultimately have some skin in this game, but it's to truly work. And everybody's going to have to show up and make sure that they aren't just talking. So that headline, I guess, was there to draw clicks. But no, that's how government should work. Great compromise, and I appreciate the council making those amendments that we suggested and changing that language to give us that flexibility.
Yeah, tell them read the article.
Right.
Read the
Read
article.
the fine print.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind. I know you gotta get out of here, but I gotta pay a bill real quick.
Go ahead, I'm
Look,
good.
so all right, let's talk smooth, and I mean Rio Body Wax Smooth.
Rio.
Located in East Chase, Rio Body Wax is the go-to spot for professional, affordable waxing. They specialize in authentic Brazilian waxing, giving you silky smooth skin with top quality service.
Give them your review, Doc.
Chill out, bro.
How was it, man?
It was not me. Whether you're getting ready for a trip,
Wax your legs.
yeah, bro. No, it's the top of my back. Bro. Go up there and get that done.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were
That's
saying
it.
chest.
He
Nah.
said the top of my back.
Yeah. Man, y'all check out Real Body Wax and holler at Gabby. She does a real
Rio-
good job of getting the top back hair off.
That top back here.
You don't get waxed, do you, Mayor?
No, hey, come on.
We might better give you a
That's
free
perfect.
one.
No.
Huh?
Yeah. We know Lee get waxed.
No, sir. You got the coupons.
No,
Nah, man.
But so I want to ask you something because there's something else. I have a fraternity brother, Donald Watkins
Yeah.
Jr. out of Birmingham. I see where the personnel committee they declined or they're halting the vote for him getting a position,
Yeah.
small business here.
Yeah.
You want to speak on that?
Yeah, listen. It's a problem when I do it, but when they do it,
Wow. Right.
I mean,
Right.
I mean, listen. I mean, I'm amazed that the feedback from people who voted for Felon to be at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in the highest office in the land, the most
My
powerful
Lord.
office in the
Wow.
free world.
My
voted
Lord.
for him 3 times.
Wow.
Not to mention all those that have been appointed, people who support January 6th rioters being out after they carried out an insurrection,
Right.
and put them in place. Have you seen some of the people he's appointed? So the same people. What's Pastor? What's that scripture? Matthew 7. You know.
Come on, bro.
You gonna talk about the specking?
Oh, yeah. The specking your brother out, and you got a whole
You got
oak
a
tree
whole
in
tree
yours.
Yeah.
I mean,
Come on.
Come on.
Wow.
So I mean,
Preach.
we're gonna really talk about, you know, we say we're about second chances, we say we're about redemption.
Absolutely.
We don't have a problem. We have picking up our trash,
Right.
but we have a problem if someone has paid their debt to society, in a questionable case, by the way, that's a whole
Right.
nother issue, and we can get them to help our small businesses
Right.
improve and grow and scale themselves in a way that I haven't seen done here. I mean, I wish we had larger, more impactful, more profitable small businesses. We don't. We need that. And this is something this city should have invested in 25, 30 years ago.
Right.
So the fact that someone has had a successful entrepreneurial career, started and sold several businesses, born and raised in Montgomery, expands their business portfolio to Birmingham, expands that into other spaces like banking, makes some mistakes, acknowledges those mistakes, again, does their time, pays their debt to society. The fact that we can even get them, to me,
Right.
is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I could never afford somebody on a government salary that had that type of background to come in. I can afford them as a consultant.
Right.
To come in and tell us, hey, how do we grow black businesses? We talk about building wealth. Well, you can't build no wealth if you don't know how to get started with just basic financial principles and growing your business. You can't do that here. And one of the things that we know, looking at the data, is that we don't have near the wealth of white households in Montgomery. And that's not, that's to say that for us, there's a big gap there. And a lot of that is because our businesses are more service-oriented businesses. They tend to have 3 or less employees, and their revenue tends to be much, much smaller than your average white small business. So we need that guidance. And so, I've been amazed at the level of response from people who voted for this current president, given his background and given his business track record, and still will say, well, this is somebody that shouldn't be working for the city. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, no, keep that same energy.
Yeah. You gotta be kidding. So,
Switching up.
Wow, that's amazing. Well,
Did I answer your question?
you did.
You did.
And then I've been noticing over the past couple of weeks, everything becomes so political. Like every situation, even from the mass shooting, it's like
An agenda.
and I'll be like, wait, well, how did it get to that?
Right.
Before we even grieve,
Oh,
we get the finger pointing.
The agenda, look, the agenda was already there.
Right.
They were just on something to happen.
Right.
That's
Like,
all it was. They
crime-
needed a platform.
Crime was terrible under Ty Strange.
yeah.
I never thought it was Ty Strange's fault.
Uh-huh.
Ain't nobody blame Strange either.
Right.
True.
Now you said something. Now you said, it's a different standard. Me and my brother and sister mayors talk about this all the time. One of my mayors said, the hardest thing about being a black mayor is managing white fears and black expectations. And so when you got to manage white fears and black expectations, is one of those things that you got to say, let's be real about this, y'all.
Absolutely.
All right, let's be real about, who's pushing what agenda about cities, whether it's Birmingham, whether it's Montgomery, whether it's Atlanta. Understand where it's coming from in this environment.
Right.
Understanding who's pushing that agenda and why they're pushing that agenda. A lot of that is economic. It is to say, hey, we want to hurt cities. We want to hurt these cities that have black mayors across this country, and we want to make an example out of them across this country. That drives down your tax base, that drives down your economy. This is not just organic. These things are strategic and they're tactical by those on the right that want to see a lot of us fail. And there's no way around that, and they set a lot of the agenda and then come and blame you for it. We got a state representative from Pike Road right now who hadn't introduced one anti-gun law and then wants to talk about how dangerous the city is. Well, what have you done what proposals have you submitted in your role as state legislature to help make the city safer? When we try to bring up things around common sense gun reform, permitless carry, all the things that law enforcement was also against, somebody who goes to back the blue voted for the bill anyway. So you got to watch the bait and switch.
Absolutely.
You got to watch the
Wow.
double talk and the smoke and mirrors that some of these folks are using when they're pushing this narrative about our cities and they're looking for somebody to blame with that. I understand where it's coming from. And that's why I don't mind pushing back and punching back when necessary, because you have to do that in order to inform our community and those who may not understand where it's coming from. It's not the mayor or the city council that sets these laws. That's the state legislature.
Yeah.
When you're talking about some of these things, show up at that state legislature and that committee meeting the same way you show up at a city council meeting.
Right.
Tag them on social media.
Right.
And ask them what bills have they introduced, what legislation have they championed, and what have they done to help make our city safer and to get violent criminals off the streets. All of those things. So we have to understand that right-wing apparatus is strong, is well-resourced, is powerful, and it's not just here in Alabama, it's across the country. And so we have to almost kind of go back to a different era when we could share information in a different way.
Absolutely.
Through the black church, through our fraternities and sororities, through some of our organizations, so that people are more informed and better informed about what's really impacting the community and what we can do to have better control and outcomes in our same community.
I love it.
Mayor Reed, Tim Irvin and Jamala, you know Jamala always texting to make sure we get everything in. So I want you to speak on the Veterans Day celebration.
Oh, man.
Tell me about it.
Listen, well, let me say this. The Veterans Day celebration is coming up. We want every veteran and their family to be a part of it. We think it's an important part of our city to give back. We are a military community, recognized as 2023 best military, great American defense community in the country. So we're proud of that. We're proud of the relationship we have with Air National Guard, the Air Force Base, Gunner Annex, Maxwell Air Force Base, Gunner Annex, and everybody, all of our men and women who have served. And so we came up with this parade a few years ago, and last year we had it. We did pretty well, but we want to see that turnout improve, because this is a way just for us to honor those veterans, those who sacrificed for the country, those who continue to pay their debt, really, because of the pain that they still have and many of the scars they still have with them. So it's a way for us to show thank you, for us to show our thanks to them, and to say, thank you for all that you've done for our country and for our community. And just as a little hint, this is probably going to be the last time we do it on Dexter Avenue. We got some other things. We're going to take some of our parades outside of downtown.
Wow.
And we are doing some things a little bit differently here.
That's cool.
In 2026. So we want everybody to come out and really support our veterans and really salute them. And then next year we're going to be changing up a little bit to get a different feel and a different vibe for parades and events like this and move these things around the city.
I love it. I love it.
So the 70th.
No,
Did I say that?
70th. 70th.
Come on, man. I got
That's
a
that
fat tongue,
issue.
bro.
Come on, get it out. 70th.
You keep my school name out your mouth, bro.
Enunciate, young
The
man.
70th bus boycott celebration.
Boy, you spit all on it, boy.
Wow.
Hey, man.
When I swing on a Mayor Reed, I promise I want to swing on, bro, but you right there.
Rab over here hard.
Yeah.
The 70th.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Bus boycott celebration. It's coming up. Tell us about this.
I think it's important for us. And look, y'all said a little earlier, I kind of got on some folks. It's going to make me maybe a little unpopular. Maybe got some dislikes instead of likes. That happens. I'm going to always shoot it straight. We're celebrating the 70th anniversary of the bus boycott. And I think Montgomery has become a little too complacent when we think about those people who sacrificed for those 381 days of that boycott. They didn't have no black mayors. They didn't have no black anything but preachers.
Right.
And business leaders.
Right.
And educators. And changed the world with that. And I think in some ways we become a little numb to it, almost to the degree we're ungrateful.
Yeah.
And so we don't come out and support. And people come from all around the world.
Right.
We're known because of the bus boycott.
Absolutely.
We are known because of what everyday people, cooks, janitors, shoe shine boys and men, what people did, cab drivers, funeral home directors, everybody that was a part of that, we're known for it. And we don't.
And folding chairs.
Right.
We're known for folding chairs.
And we're known for folding
Yeah, that's new now.
We're going to get to that anniversary next time.
Right.
But we got to know the history, and we have to appreciate it, because what I feel is happening is we're losing it. I just read an article today on the Washington Post about the Supreme Court is going to issue a ruling before the end of this week, could come as early as today, eliminating potentially majority minority congressional districts. What does that mean? That means that all your black congressmen that you call on, and your black state representatives potentially, that you call on, those districts can be redrawn.
Right.
They are trying to take us back to a Jim Crow era, to an era where there's very little to none political representation. Well, it started with the bus boycott. The civil rights movement started in 1955. There were protests and things happening before that, but in earnest, it started in 1955, which led to the passing of the Voting Rights Act in 1965. Without that, you don't have black state representatives, black state senators, black county commissioners, black school board members, black mayor. You don't have any of that.
Right.
So I say this because I think, the millennials and Gen Z, we got to make sure we pull them into this.
Yeah.
And we got to make sure that we use their creativity and innovation so they understand, because in 2024, part of the reason why we're dealing with Trump 2.0 is because we had the lowest voter turnout we've had in over 20 some odd years between white voters, black men in particular, lowest in well over 30 years. So we have to have some real conversations, but I think it starts with understanding where the history began, and that was here in Montgomery with people who didn't have any other titles, possess any of the opportunities we now have that we benefit from. As the saying goes, we benefit from the shade of trees that other people planted.
Right.
We didn't plant these trees. I didn't plant them.
Yeah.
So the least we can do is show up. The least we can do is learn a little bit and then understand how we leverage our tech platforms to engage people into activism. Because let me tell you this, and I'll stop. I believe right now we're in the most dangerous point in my lifetime when it comes to the rights and privileges that African Americans have come to know since 1965. There is no question what the intent has been over just the first several months of this administration and how they are wiping out jobs that a large amount of people that look like us have held in the federal government, have benefited from, allowed them to the middle class, allowed them to give those nice checks to the church.
Hallelujah.
Those nice checks to our fraternities and sororities, and basically has undergirded our community. There's an attack on that. So it's not even just political, it is financial, as was the bus boycott. So we just have to make sure that when people say, oh, that's old, we don't want to hear them old people. We have to make sure that people in Montgomery, if nowhere else, understand this story and now understand what this time calls for us to do right now.
So it's December the 5th. It's normally at Holt Street, right?
That's right.
The first year I came, you had my mentor, Pastor E. Dewey Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Second
Morehouse
year,
brother.
year was John Howard Wesley.
Yeah.
It's a Kappa brother.
That's right.
I don't know whose brother that is.
We spread around somebody.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah.
I heard through the grapevine.
Be careful.
It might be Dr. Otis.
Oh, man. You got some good
Moss.
sources.
The third.
Otis Moss the third.
Whew.
He's going to bring it.
Who that?
This is about to be crazy.
Oh, listen.
He get on?
You said who that?
Oh.
It ain't the Cowboys. And it sure ain't no Saints.
Oh, okay.
I had to put you on later on.
Okay.
He's an amazing preacher.
Yeah.
Doc, this is going to be amazing.
Oh, man.
And I hear he has some roots in the 4-5 as well.
That's right.
So he has some family out there in Lowndes County.
He does.
Around First Baptist Missionary Whitehall, Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now I knew he had ties, but I didn't know how.
Yeah, I heard he has some cousins out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so this
great.
is going to be major.
Man, it is. And listen, we want everybody to come out, learn, and participate in all the activities. Start on Rosa Parks Day and the parade all the way through the commemoration of the mass meeting where Dr. King was named leader of the Montgomery Improvement Association.
What can we do to assist?
I think amplify it. Use your literal pulpit and your platforms to let people know why this is important, the 7th anniversary, and to contextualize in terms of where we are right now. I cannot express in any stronger terms the danger that black political advancement and black economic advancement is under than right now. And you have to understand the history. You have to understand it being here, and we have to know that, and we have to appreciate that as well as any, if not more than, because this moment is calling for the black church, for our fraternities and sororities, our HBCUs, to do something more than what we've been doing. Let me say it a different way. Under Obama, we were in peacetime. We're in wartime right now.
Yeah.
All right, we're in wartime. So we have to understand that we're in a different environment than we were in 2008. Hey, it was great, fantastic. I benefited from it, 2008, 2012, 2016. We're in wartime right now. So we got to understand that history and how we...
I was in college back then.
Yeah.
We were riding around, listening to Jeezy.
That's right.
My president is black.
black.
That's right.
My Lambo blue.
In a green SUV.
Mayor Reed,
Yes, sir.
thank you so much. I remember the first time I had you up here, and you was like, "Hopefully you'll have me back." In my head, I was like, "He lying," and you pulled up again. Thank you
Hey,
so much.
always, brother. Appreciate you.
And we before you leave, I want you to make a pick. Who you got winning Magic City Classic this
Oh,
weekend?
man, I'm going Bama State. I'm
There
still,
you
listen,
go.
I'm still...
He had to say that.
Listen,
He had to say it.
I'm down with Coach Rob.
Yeah.
I think it was a little trickery going on in Jackson.
Right.
Weeks ago. So I still got some feelings
I'm
about,
sad about that.
where we sitting right now. Because I had my tickets and reservation ready for the Celebration Bowl. So I'm still crossing my fingers.
Yeah.
I just got a refundable room now.
Now, I think y'all gonna be straight. I think somebody needs to help them with NIL though, because that quarterback out of there after this year.
Hey, any of y'all I'll do what I can.
Right.
I'll do what I can. I'll put in on that. Brody is tough. He is tough.
He's amazing.
Y'all give it up for my mayor.
Oh, man, we so grateful.
Mayor Stephen L. Reed.
Wait, hold on. Oh, while Mayor Reed is here,
Okay.
I think it's good for us to shout out Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Oh, that's why I'm wearing the pink.
pink.
He
That's
got his pink. He got his lapel,
I ain't got
and
no
we got a
pink.
great book here. You talk about
Yes,
it, TB?
I did not, but Tangela Petty, she has a book. I purchased it. It's Petty in Pink. It's about her battle with breast cancer. She didn't pay for this spot, but you know she go to ASU. It's good. We want to support her book. It ain't about getting paid. It's about supporting your people, right?
Oh, so all ASU folk get free ads now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna
Now,
take
if
a class.
You go to A&M. No, I'm joking.
I'm
But
gonna
no, please support her book. I don't have a link for it. Lee put me on the spot, y'all. Dr. Petty, please.
He ain't
forgive
had
me.
nothing to read. Read, yo. So you gonna tell the mayor about your waxing experience?
Hey, it's time to go with this.
Yeah, bro. Golly.
I believe that.
Pause. Look, we got another Omega man coming on the show. We got a musical guest today, y'all. So give it up for Mayor Reed. And we want to welcome
Thank you, Doc.
a childhood friend of mine. Come up to the stand, my good friend. I can't even. There you go with the team. He
It's
called
another
the team.
Q. It's another Q in the
That
house.
Q stuff. Yeah.
It's another Q in the house.
That's right. Q run the city, right?
Stop. There you go.
Hold on. Mary Reed, come here, Reed.
Man, golly, bro. Wait, hold on.
So hold on. Now, Mary, you come around. Can you move the camera? No, you sit right there real quick, Mayor. Cause we got two Q in here. Mayor,
What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
I want y'all to do a quick hop off.
We don't make them.
No, I ain't gonna make you hot. What else do you have going on? You got anything else, on the horizon coming from you specifically?
I think for me, what we're focused on is making sure that we establish the type of community we want. So investing in the urban league, making sure, again, economically, we're talking about the infrastructure we need to grow businesses, grow our entrepreneurs here in this city, and then making sure that we're doing a better job with our current organization. One thing I said to our frat brothers, and I said it to the Alphas when I spoke to them as well, we have to kind of get out a little bit more into the community and really reach some of those young men who are on the margin. So we've got good programs, we do good work. We kind of have to be a little bit more proactive, I want to say aggressive,
Right.
And bringing some of those young men in and maybe going in places and spaces that we haven't gone because we want people to come to us.
Absolutely.
But if your parents or your mom, auntie, if they didn't go to college, they don't know about our organizations or what we stand for and what we're trying to do. So I think for me, it's really about trying to make a difference and utilize the platform of Mayor to invest in those other organizations and all the leaders that we have in the community to help amplify their work, whether it's the Harlem Children's Zone, whether it's Strive Together, or Anything else, that's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. So talk to me. You did something historic when you won this mayoral race a few years back. Are you writing any books? Are you doing any? You gonna go and record a track, or you gonna sing something?
Listen, I don't have the vocals. Y'all can tell by how I talk, but I can write. So yeah, we are looking at another book, and really, as much as I was saying a second ago, I'm glad we are, because my first book was about first best leadership from today's civil rights movement, leadership lessons from the civil rights movement. I hate to say it, but when Nicole Hannah-Jones and Eddie Glaude and all of our foremost thought leaders are telling us back in another civil rights movement, I think it's important for me as a leader now to talk about what's the way forward.
Absolutely.
And what does that look like in today's time. So yeah, we'll be talking some more about that, and I appreciate you asking the question about that next project.
Absolutely. We're excited. We're grateful. We're praying for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
brother.
you so much, man.
Appreciate the leadership.
We'll see you, Doc.
All right.
So we got this guest today. He has a range out of this world. He is the son of a legendary singer, preacher as well. And his name is not just KT Ellis. It's Dr. Reverend Dr.
Doctor?
KT. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He about 2 years behind, ain't he?
Yeah, you
Step up.
2019.
Reverend Dr. KT Ellis.
Whichever way you want to phrase it, a corner. You know, I went to school.
Yeah. Got your lesson.
Yeah, I did.
Man, you've done some major things. Now, you raised in Montgomery?
No, I was raised in a little town called Acken Hill.
Acken Hill.
Wetumpka. I don't claim Montgomery, but it's far.
Right.
It's near, but I'm a country.
Y'all
I
just
love it.
got all the money in Montgomery, but claim Acken.
He
Hill.
back at it, Doc.
Wetumpka, Alabama.
Right.
So tell us something about you, man.
Well,
Who is KT?
K. Ellis is, of course, most people do know, Pastor Walter E. Ellis. I'm the son of him and Sadie Mae Ellis. And
His mama called him Keith. I'm gonna call him Keith.
yeah, you call me KT. That was the name I came up with myself. So I just, everybody, Keith.
What does
so
T stand
cliche. I can't tell you that.
Dog.
For me to know, for you to find out.
Theodore.
Nah.
Theodore.
So I'm a product of being a pastor's son, a preacher's kid, and really just I've been knowing Terrence pretty much all my life.
Yep.
Really nothing interesting per se about me, but I just love what I do, and music has always been instrumental in my life. I grew up singing. My aunt was like the female Joe Jackson. She was the female version. So we grew up
Which
singing.
aunt is this?
The one that just recently died, God rest her soul.
Oh,
Pearlie
man,
Walker.
yeah.
So Pearlie Ellis, I'm sorry, but we had to sing. So we grew up singing, and it's just inbred. It just is in me. It's just
The Tillmans, like he's related to the Tillmans,
Doc.
New Generation,
Doc.
Tim Tillman,
Doc.
Vaughn,
Doc.
Gwen,
Doc.
nothing but singing.
They may or may not know who that is, but you know who they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
if
we
you-
know who it is.
Look, if you know, you know.
Okay, well,
But
if
back
you know,
in the
you
day,
know.
that first New Generation album,
Yeah.
ooh,
Killer.
So I'm a product of all that right there, man. I actually used to play guitar with them, and I played guitar.
What you played?
The guitar.
Guitar. Which one is that?
The lead.
All right, come on, Doc.
I was
Douglas
a guitar
Tim.
man.
Do you still play?
Yeah. No. I can still make it do what it do, you know.
You make it talk a little?
Yeah, but I just really don't.
I like it.
that, so.
I like it. No, I understand.
Tell us about your journey into like entrepreneurship, because a few years ago I was dealing with you and Eugene. What was the name of your company?
Eugene Tinker. Well, at the time I was with a guy named Eugene Tinker, certified technical expert.
CTE. Yep.
Yeah, CT. Not the head issue.
Yeah, I know, right?
but, certified technical expert.
And y'all ended up selling, right?
Well, yeah, there was some things that transpired, transition that the company was sold, and at the end of the day, I moved on and I started my own entrepreneurship, and I could just pat y'all on the back and say God's been good.
Yeah.
Him been good. Him been good
Yeah.
to you.
He been good.
Him been
And
good.
you were pastor down at Spring Hill.
Yeah, I pastored there for 12 years, and I decided to make my move in 2023, and that was probably a good spot for me to say, hey, there was time for me to move, and when I got the signal it was time for me to move, I moved.
Yeah.
So what does
But
it
you
feel like?
skipping over some stuff though, Doc.
Okay, help me out.
This man of God served in the military.
Well, you done your homework, ain't you?
Well, you know, I remember.
Oh,
You remember
okay.
I even talked to you while you was over there one time.
Yeah,
Remember?
I was in Afghanistan for almost 10 months, and I got back in 2020. I left January the 9th, and I got back October the 24th.
Yeah. He served for quite a while.
Wow.
And was pastoring the whole time.
Well, COVID shut things down, and so COVID kind of helped me out.
made it a little
because
easier, didn't it?
you know, we didn't have to reach out and touch as much. But as long as I had a chairman, Deacon Johnson, who was prior military, so he understood. You know, he was a first sergeant, so I could always reach out to him and say, "Hey, Deke, bam, bam, bam." He carried our daughter.
He understand. I love it, man. Shout out to Spring Hill.
Yeah, shout out to Spring Hill.
I just preached church anniversary Sunday.
Okay, God bless Spring
Yeah.
Hill. Hope you all are prospering and in good health.
But so you told me something interesting a few months back. You know, when it came to, you know, you in the military, entrepreneurship, pastoring, but it came a point that you let it all kind of go because you wanted to commit time to your kids.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, to me, I grew up a preacher's kid, and at the time, people don't understand. Pilgrim Rest was on the move at the time, and my dad was a hot commodity. And I can remember, out of 52 weeks out the year, he was gone consecutively, 40 plus.
Right.
Consecutively.
Country Boys was out.
Yeah.
Lord have
So
mercy.
I can remember him coming home on a Saturday, preaching Sunday. He back on the road on Monday, and they had Jerry curls back then.
Yes, sir.
With
Had
the
to
rings
come-
on the.
He came home to get the retouch.
So
He said with the rings
with
on
the
it.
ring. But long story short, so you know, and I ran. I did not. I'll be honest with you. I did not want to preach. I did everything I think I possibly could. I really did. I got the military. Long story short, no, I answered my calling. So with
How old
that,
were you?
I was in my 20s, early 20s. I can't remember the exact age, but I was in my early 20s. So I tried it, but when it came to my kids, I said, hey, you know, how do I want to really coin this to say, okay, I want my kids to understand and know that I'm there. My dad, not to say he wasn't there, but the obligations that he had at the time, and back then they weren't paying like they pay now.
That's right.
And I know people say, well, ministry is not about money, but I tell you what, you go down to Alabama Power and say, I need this paid in the name of Jesus.
Right.
And I'm gonna see how quick they turn your power back on.
Now he'll do it.
He'll do it, but you better have some currency or somebody to help you with some currency.
Absolutely. You be
Right.
standing there.
So, you know, long story short, with all that said, I just felt like when it was time for me to exit from Spring Hill, my oldest son Mason, who was, you know, he's actually at the point where he's doing pretty well in basketball. I have a 12-year-old son now, Chandler. He's athletic as well, and I wanted to be there with my boys, man, because there's nothing in this world, nothing. I mean, nothing. And I tell, and I'm gonna caveat this, Reverend. I want you on hear this, and
Yes,
I'm
sir.
say this with all sincerity and all heart. Churches can be fickle, just like anything else. Now,
sir.
and I want the young preachers to understand now, if God calls you somewhere, and I do know the Bible talks about, you know, the church, you know, it should be able to take care of you. And I think in the book of Corinthians,
Yeah,
rather,
Paul wrote it.
when Paul talked about the preachers, you know, church being able to take care of them, whatever the case may have been. But I always felt that you needed to have an option because I've seen it, I've witnessed it, I felt it, I touched it, I smelt it. Whenever a body of people rise up and say our minds are a little different, we think a little bit differently now. And the people that are affected by that, not only the pastor, but the pastor's children, the pastor's wives.
Absolutely.
So anytime a church says they want to make go in a different direction, well, you got to understand there's going to be some consequences that, you know, come out of that. And most time the family and this pastor is going to suffer. So I say all that to say this. I just never wanted to put all my cards, you know, all my eggs in one basket, rather.
Yeah.
And so by the grace of God, I got into the entrepreneurship piece, and with the company called Certified Technical Expert. I had a business partner, Eugene Tinker, at the time. Innovation at Work now. I've been operating on my own since like 2017, 2019. Started in 2017. We really didn't start operating until 2019. So, but from me stepping out on faith and operating in the government space, man, I can tell you, I've been places and done things at 44 years old that, hey, you know, I'm blessed.
And I wanted you to tell
love
that
it.
story because I felt like it'll be liberating, not to take away from your dad's hard work to take care of his family. He created a great life for you. So by all means, hustlers, dads out there who getting it, continue to get it. But I did want to highlight you kept your options open, and you put yourself in a position where most people are like, hey man, you about to preach for the rest of your life, preach and do this,
Yeah.
and you open your life up to be able to say, you know what, I don't think I want to take a break right now. I might come back to that. And then you out here and for the man, while you're here, you're pursuing some other passions.
Absolutely.
Recording the album don't mean no money for you, no time for you.
Right.
But
Gotta get hot now.
that's right.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. See, he doesn't always know it because he stay off the scene, but the way he moved inspired a lot of us to not allow people to put us in a box
Right.
on some real stuff.
Glad to hear that, bro.
Wow.
On some
I am
real
glad
stuff.
to hear that.
Because you got to know, KT comes out, and of course, dude, you probably don't even know, you got like 19,000 views on your initial sermon.
I don't know. That's not much.
You was the hottest
That ain't
thing.
much.
You gotta
that
understand.
ain't much.
To a young preacher, that's a whole bunch of something.
Around here, boy, that's
And
something.
then you still didn't let it, put you in this box that you were still military man, that you were still recording, that you were still doing whatever made you happy in whatever moment of your life, which is now, I would say, in many ways magnified and multiplied to how many of us young preachers try our best to live, where we're not boxed in by the unspoken expectations of a church that could be fickle, and we're not boxed in on how we might provide for our families. And so many people would start talking about, the conversation of ministry and marketing, and how you go into that vein. You didn't just go there. You went a little bit everywhere.
Because I knew there was certain things in life I wanted to accomplish, and I have an associate degree, I have a bachelor's degree, I have a master's degree, I have a doctorate degree. So if you look at my resume at my age, I retired from the military, 20 years, 3 days. At 44, if you look at my resume as it relates to life, I think I've accomplished a lot, but there's still so much to do. And I think it's Matthew 25:14-30, where it talked about when Jesus talked about the parable.
The parable of
And
talents.
the talents.
Absolutely.
Those that got their talents, they multiplied it. And then there was that one
Who buried
who
it.
buried it and did nothing with it. So
Absolutely.
when I leave here, I want to leave here empty.
Doc, when I tell you sound like me,
I want to leave here empty. And the crazy part about it, my children, I get joy out of them. Granted, I want people to like my music. I really want you all to support the music that I do. But man, when I hear my sons sing my song like on a consistent basis, whether they can sing or not, they be like, Dad,
they singing them?
Mason
They got rains up there like that too?
well, they singing.
Because you be having me go down to my lower
I've
register.
been trying, man. Listen, I'm trying. That's all I'm doing is trying. But when I hear my kids, knowing if God were to call me home today, if my kids would have something to say, that was my dad.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Man, don't make me cry.
I love it. No, that's touching.
I'm serious. I'm
That's
good.
touching. As a father,
I'm good.
yeah, that's touching. And then the whole leaving empty piece. And I think kudos to UTB, you do the same thing, right? That whole
Your kids,
mentality
yeah,
of,
your
I'm so
foundation that
talented,
you laid,
I've got to use every gift that I have. And whatever it brings, but I'm fulfilled by doing all of the things that I've been gifted to do.
I had a conversation with someone the other day though, but people assume that because your passion is your job, they think that all day long, every time it's time to do music, you happy.
Oh, no.
Like, this feels like a job.
Right?
Like, whenever you have to do it at a certain time, every day, every week, it can feel like a job as well. So can y'all speak to that? Even though it's your passion, how do you stop it from the monotony of, it becoming a job, work? Like, it may be you having moments where you say, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna preach for a while, Lord.
Bruh.
It may be me recording the EP.
He gets that opportunity now.
You get it too, right?
No.
Yes, you do, bro. Podcast.
As a pastor,
No,
and you can
bring-
attest to it.
bring
If
the
you
camera
missing-
right here.
If you're missing more than 2 Sundays, without the authorization of certain
Oh yeah,
entities,
you in trouble.
they started questioning.
You in trouble. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, so I will say this: there are many moments where you won't feel like it. but you have to remind yourself you're called to it. And when you're a pastor, you have to do.
Okay, but
Right?
so
when you're
what?
an associate, you get to chill a little bit
So-
sometimes.
What does being called to do something like?
What does that do for it?
Yeah, no. Does being called to do something mean that I have to be in this building every other day?
Ministry
Not
is-
necessarily.
Be me going
Oh,
out
yeah,
west for
well,
3
certain,
months.
But so this is what I speak to, right? When you have the moment of saying, I really don't feel like it, it's almost like Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane saying, I ain't trying to drink this bitter cup, let it pass from me. But then he says, nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. It's the conversation of, if I don't do it though, there's a lot of people who won't receive what God's trying to get to them through me. Now, that doesn't mean I have to be at New Home all the time. There are moments where I'm at other churches preaching.
Or just out in the street.
A-
Or just
Absolutely.
walking, you know.
Nursing home somewhere, ministry just comes out of you. Just
So-
like music just comes out of you.
so-
If there's a piano, you going to start playing. This is
But
what it is.
I want to speak to that because I'm dealing with that now. Like, the more your wings spread out, everybody's not going to be able to get you
True,
and your presence and
True.
directly from your mouth.
true.
So you have to tailor your ministry if you want to continue to have this capacity that, like even with Meow now, like we service over 500 kids a week. There's no way I'll be able to do it.
Right.
I have to trust my machine to be able to, my mission may be my intention through other people.
Absolutely.
The opportunity provided through other people. So I guess we got on this subject because, we are all great men, and as our wings expand, it may not come directly from us. It may not be us being at this building every Sunday.
True. Now, and I definitely see it from a business perspective for certain. And at some point in ministry, it does have to shift some as well. But there's a whole nother conversation sometimes when you really talk ministry. You're not talking someone paying in advance for service. It's literally consumerism. I don't know who coming to church, if they coming to church. And let's be honest, if you travel to Dallas to see T.D. Jakes,
You want to see TDJ.
you want to hear from T.D. Jakes. And so there are some moments where he won't be there, but he also has to understand
There's probably a
that
lot of moments that he won't be
there
there.
aren't many.
Or let's look at a lot of the bigger ministries, or even here where we talk about Church of the Highlands. Like they
That
set
don't
up.
count. Find another one.
I guess you could say it don't
No,
count.
no, it don't count
Why doesn't it count?
because we're African American.
It's a lot of
No,
them
no,
going
no.
there.
No.
There's a lot of them going there.
No. It ain't about who goes. It's talking about the engine. See, we just talked about this with the mayor. There's a different standard when it comes to us than there is to them.
I've seen Hart Ramsey do it.
All right, I'm not even gonna get further into
Am
that.
am I being messy now?
No. I wanna provide proof that it doesn't work, but I don't want to be messy.
Okay, I got you.
I'll be the referee. Go.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say, it did not keep it. It did not sustain that which he had built.
Okay.
It didn't.
It wasn't because of the model.
We'll talk about this off. the
Okay,
set.
yeah, let's talk about it.
Praise the Lord.
To anyone's watching, Denise, put it back on the middle camera. That's a difficult conversation, and to be honest, like for us to have a podcast, we got to be willing to have these difficult conversations. Not with
I just don't want to do it at the expense of someone else's
Right.
ministry, because the one thing that we don't have enough of is black church stats, and so people think they're on the same scale, but they're not. It's almost like looking at gospel music and Christian music. They're two totally different things, unfortunately, because one is predominantly white and gospel is predominantly black. They make millions of dollars. We don't make much, but we still making music. And so there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference in how those worlds are, and they don't normally collide unless we go on their side.
Wow.
And most of the time, we trying to get on their side because guess why? That's where
That's
the
what the
money
money
is.
is.
Absolutely.
And I mean, the same thing applies in between Southern soul and pop music. Like King George can record all he want to for the blues circuit, but if he want to make life-changing money, he got to go pop.
And even while you're there, let's be honest, how do they make majority of their money? Going on tour, so they can see them on the platform.
Right.
And if they just send out their CDs and it's not directly from them, they ain't gonna get many sales.
Y'all, we didn't got deep, and we're well over the 1 o'clock time. But this is special. This is the part of the show.
This is real special.
Yeah.
Did I say enough? I'm sorry.
Shout out to our sponsor again. Go see Gabby over at Rio Body Wax in East Chase, Montgomery. You headed on a trip. Look, ladies, before you get to the Magic City Classic with your man, go ahead and get waxed up. You feel me? Get your legs waxed and all of that. So, Rio Body Wax.
That's
but
Manscaped right there.
at this point, at this moment,
You want to go get waxed?
Negative.
Oh, okay. All right.
hey man.
We good.
Look, we're about to get ready. Put your headphones on. We're about to have a musical
Uh-oh.
presentation.
It's about to get good in these streets.
The name of your EP that's out now is called what?
It's called therapy session.
Therapy.
Music is my therapy. Meditation goes along with my music, and it helps me with my peace of mind.
What made you want to put this record together?
Well, it's just something I had been wrestling with for the longest, and I did the blessing, and so there was like I had some people encourage me to say, hey, why don't you just put the rest of the songs? And people that know have ever known me. This is something these are not new songs per se, but they're remixes of songs that I've done, and I think the producer did a good job in bringing it to the 2025.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, I'm excited about Blessings. So right now, y'all, get ready to clap your hands, pat your feet, because KT Ellis is about to put you on a nice jam. Y'all support, y'all download it, y'all stream it. Make some noise for Blessings by KT Ellis. Hit it.
It's because of your blessings I am able to make it through each day. Never would have made it this far, no, without your blessing being sent my way. Heavenly Father, thank you for hearing your child, hearing me when I pray. I just believe and have faith. You send what I need my way. Said I need your blessing. Ooh, oh, yes. Right now, Lord, yes. Said I need your blessing, Lord. I need a cat. Oh, right now, Lord, yes. Woo. Open the floodgates of heaven. Shower down your blessings on me. Lord, you said if you're 4:19, you would supply my needs. Yeah. Lord, I know you can. Woo, I know you will. 'Cause our blessings come from thee. Woo. You said in your word, if I be obedient, you would take care of me, Lord. Oh yeah.
He's sitting down.
Looking like his dad.
Said I need your blessing, Lord. Shooby dooby 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 doo. Lord,
your blessings.
Said I need.
Your blessings.
Ooh, I need
your blessings.
Said I need, Lord.
Your blessings.
Oh, said I need your blessings. Said I need them every day. Lord, you said in your word, be obedient and pray. Here I am petitioning you for what I really need. Lord, I really, really believe you're gonna see what I need, Lord. Oh, yes. Because the blessing of the Lord make it rich and add no sorrow. And because of your blessing, Lord, I can make it until tomorrow. I need, yes. Said I need, yeah. Said I really, 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 yes. In the morning, in the noonday hour, late in the late in the late in the late in the midnight hour. Oh, yes.
My Lord, boy. Hey,
Yes, sir. He gonna look up and say, my bad.
y'all.
I got caught up.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all give it up for KT Ellis.
Lord.
Please download, stream that, buy it, support them. What you just did right there?
Put that down. Put that down.
Oh,
Put that
there
down,
you
put
go.
that down.
Mickey Mouse ears or something. I'm joking. Thank y'all for tuning in. Lee B. Walker, Wolfgang Ball, and KT Ellis. Thank y'all so much. Shout out
Peace
to
out.
Dennis Ringo, Mayor Reed. Thank you.
Thank you.